Hello, here is your upper body and core strength workout. In this workout, we'll be using some dumbbells. So I've got a medium set and a slightly lighter set of dumbbells, just for when we get to the shoulder work and the tricep work, you might want to have another one handy. If you don't, you can do this with one dumbbell as well. So you can go drop down to one only. So in this workout, we're doing 5 sets. 5 sets. So we're going for chest, back, shoulders, biceps, triceps. Within each one of those, there'll be 3 moves. The first move is using your dumbbells, nice and strength training. Second move, we're doing that same focus, but adding a little bit of core as well. And then the third move will be body weight and a little bit more dynamic than the other 2. So a little bit of getting the heart rate up. We'll warm up, we'll cool down. We're gonna work for 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and repeat each set 2 times and have a little bit of a rest in between. So we'll start with that warm up and then we'll get going. So stand up nice and tall. I just want you to start with some arm circles. So really focus on the shoulders, moving, try not to move the body back and forth. We just want to warm up the shoulders, coming up and round, nice bend in the knees. Just inhaling and exhaling. Let's go for one more in that direction, then we'll switch and come up and back. So really focus on those shoulder blades moving. Trying to keep space between the ears and the shoulders. Really easy to bring the ears up, but really think of the shoulders dipping down the back as you come up and round. Let's go for 2 more like that. Up and round, up and round. I'm just gonna go reaching up, nice and up. Think up and over, we're gonna reach to the side, keeping the hips where they are, and we'll go up and over to the other side. This is a really nice one to get the spine woken up in that lateral flexion. So that means that bending from side to side. Go for 1 more each side, keeping the arm nice and long. And down, very nice. Just come into a hinge position. So some of our moves today will be in a hinge position. I find the easiest way is to imagine you're going into a deadlift. So you've got nice straight back, feel that stretch behind the legs. I'm just gonna fly the arms. So thinking flying out, out. So I'm just crisscrossing the arms, staying in that position, in that lovely deadlift, type hinge, squeezing those shoulder blades again, forwards and back, forwards and back. Couple more times here. And 1 more. And then we're just gonna come to the bottom of the mat. We'll stand up nice and tall. I will be rearranging my mat, no doubt. I'm gonna roll through the spine. Imagine you're peeling the body away from a wall. Come all the way down, bone by bone. Walk out to a plank. You can have knees up or down. And bring hips nice and high. And I'm gonna roll back up again. And we'll do that again. So we roll down through the spine. Walk out to a plank. Nice and strong in that body. Hips nice and high. Bend the knees as much as you need to. But I want you to try and think palms down rather than fingertips down. You're going to protect those wrists. We're going to hold this plank. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. You're just going to rotate through the spine and back. So you're thinking of rotating the spine and coming back. We're going to go for 1 more. We're going to hold this one, keep the arm nice and long. I'm just going to do some circles with that arm. Follow the arm with the hand. Waking up the core, waking up the body. 1 more circle. Plant that palm. We're going to switch sides, stepping the left foot forwards. Find that nice low lunge first, and we're going to rotate and bring it back. So I'm keeping my hand on my chest just to make sure I'm focusing on purely rotating the body rather than bringing that arm really wide. Let's go for 1 more. Bring that arm up and then circle. Follow the arm with your hand. Round. 1 more. Plant that palm. Step back. I'm just going to drop to the knees and do a couple of push-ups just to wake up the chest. 2, 3, 4. 1 more. 5. Come back up onto off the knees into your plank. Push back. Pedal the legs out a little bit here. And walk the hands slowly up to standing. Rearrange my mat. And then roll up nice and slowly up through the spine. So coming back up to that nice standing position. I'm just going to nice little star jumps. Wake up the arms a little more. 1. Just up and down, I want fully bringing the arms all the way around. So try not to end your side jumps here. Your shoulders want to get nice and warm for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to come to the center. Just going to punch straight out. So just waking up the arms a little more, waking up the core. Punch, 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 punch. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there, we're done. We're warm. We're not done. We're just getting started. We're just gonna have a sip of water, and I'll talk you through our first 3 exercises. So second one, we're going to be starting on the mat. So this is where you might like to grab your slightly heavier weights if you've got a set of heavier weights. We're doing a chest press, then a chest fly. Then we're going into a little push out, kneeling, and then we're doing some push-ups. So we're going to go in about 10 minutes. So feet underneath the hips, lying on the mat. Bring your dumbbells up over the shoulders. We're going to do 1 chest press and 1 chest fly. So here we go. So chest press, bring those elbows down at slight diagonal, palms face you, open out and up. So rotating between each of these movements. And generally, we can't chest fly as much as we can chest press because you're bringing those arms quite wide away from the body. So you can imagine the load is a lot more. And whilst you do this, you're trying to keep your spine nice and still. Inhale down, exhale up, rotate, fly, bending those elbows, twist, so down. So just tapping the floor, rest, that goes up super quick, woo! So we're gonna come up to kneeling, and we're gonna do a push out with that dumbbell. So this is our little core chest exercise. So I'm gonna hold the dumbbell on its side. I'm gonna stay up nice and tall, free, and we're just gonna push it out and bring it back in. And here we go, so we push it out, bring it back. So a little chest press in that kneeling position. So kneeling means our core is forced, you see, forced to keep you nice and steady, pushing out and in. So slow and steady here, keep a relaxation through the chest, through the neck, should I say, sliding out, coming back. Got about 10 more seconds. And in. Brace the core, push out, bring it back in. Let's go for 1 more. Out and in. And we're going to put the dumbbells to the side. It's going to do 1 push up, and then you're going to come into a downward dog and try and reach the opposite hand to the opposite foot, towards the opposite foot. So we're going for a little, like a pike position. I want you to focus on the twist rather than getting your hand to your foot. So going in 3, 2, 1, so push us on or off the knees, your choice, and bring the hips up, and then you twist to the side. So coming back down, pushing up, hips high, twist. So keeping the core nice and engaged, especially when you come up into that little down dog pike twist. And again, this can be done off your knees, wherever you are today. Here's a little upper body weight, little chest, burn out. 1 more, about 5 more seconds, up, twist, and knees down. So we're gonna run through that 1 more time. So the 40 seconds goes super quick. So grab your weights. Better to grab the weights before you lie down, because you feel that they can't actually come off the ground. It's like some sort of crazy science trick. So, and if you want to amp up this round, you can bring the hips up and do your chest press, chest fly in a bridge if you want a bit more. And my nose is itching. Can I resist the itch for this set for the next like 30 seconds? If your hips are up, I want you to think of sending the knees away and keeping the chest from flaring out. Twist, fly. Last time for these 2 moves, or this combo move. Open, close, looking up, resist the temptation to look from side to side, and down with the hips if hips are down. Both weights to the side, roll up nice and safely, itch your nose. Ooh, it's hay fever season. Oh, we've got 10 seconds. We've got that push out and in with that dumbbell. Okay, grab your dumbbell. Going in 3, 2, 1. So I'm keeping up my chest. Core is starting to think, shh. As that dumbbell goes away, your core has to work extra hard to keep yourself nice and steady. Try not to lean back. Try to get a little squeeze of the glutes. Press. Press. Good. Got about 15 seconds. Last 10. Good. Final 5. Put a couple more in maybe. Last one. Oh, and down. I'm going to put my dumbbells to the side. Little rest there. Clear the mat away for any fluff. So we're going to rest then. We're going to do that push up. So now, push up on or off your knees, your choice. Wrists slightly wider than shoulder distance. Then you bring the chest in between the hands. And the elbows back on a slight diagonal. Hips high, reach and twist. So we go down. Come up, hips, twist. Up and twist. Push-ups are really hard, so don't beat yourself up if you're like, I'm always on your knees. I'd rather you be on your knees, getting your chest nice and low, than off your knees and only going up and down an inch or 2. Because if you think your muscle, last one, has to stretch and rest. Thinking about that muscle with the push-ups, if we're like this, you can see I'm not really getting much stretch in the muscle. But if you're on your knees, then you can come all the way down. All of that muscle is going to be activated through that push-up, and you're going to get a lot stronger, a lot quicker. So there's no glory off the knees if you can't get that nice range. Trust me, trust me. Okay, so we're going to be standing up for the next ones. We're going to be doing a back row. So we're going to do a wide row and a narrow row. So we're going to go, palms are going to face in, we're going to row there. Then we're going to bring the palms face out, I'm going to row slightly wider. That's move 1. Then we're going to take one dumbbell to the floor and do a dead bug with the weight. So then you bring the knees out as you bring that dumbbell overhead. And then we've got a little swimmer situation. So like in the beginning, think shoulders back. We're going to come into our deadlift position, arms are hanging, core's nice and engaged. We're going to row back. I'm going to twist the dumbbells, row wide. I'll show you from the front. So row back, twist, palms out. It's like a little supinated row. Supinated just means your palms are up. When you think about controlling both directions of that movement. Good. Rowing back. Got about 10 seconds more. Row, twist, core's engaged. Row, keep that hinge. 2, I'm going to fit that last row in. Row, woo! Come down to the mat. Grab one of your dumbbells. Move the fluff again. I assure you, I do hoover the floor, or very often. So we're going to bring both feet up. I'm going to do a little overhead reach with the dumbbell as we stick alternate legs out. So we're going to go out and in, out and in. Trying to keep your pelvis as stable as possible. Go for whatever your challenge is. It's a really nice one for the lats, so that those like back muscles on the side of the body. And I don't want you going so far with your legs that you feel it in the lower back. Literally, we're just adding some load. So straightening out, bringing back is much more effective than dropping it to the floor and having a massive arch in your back. Inhaling out, exhaling back. Knees down, dumbbell to the side. Okay, we're gonna come, so I'm gonna move my dumbbells a little bit over here so you can see me a bit better. We're gonna come to our front. Arms gonna be overhead. Feet about a bit wider than hip distance. Gonna come up with the head, shoulders and spine off the ground. Push the pelvic bone in. I want you to lift opposite leg, opposite hand. Opposite leg, opposite hand. Just only as far as you can, keeping the hips nice and steady. And if you want more, you're gonna speed up that motion a little bit. Breathing. Think length through the arms and legs. Shoulder blades sliding down the back, little swimmer. And if this is too much for the head, you can bring it down and take a little rest. Almost there. Got 5 more seconds. Good. Very strengthening for the back. And rest. Then you stretch back into a little child's pose for a second. Roll up through that spine. Let's go back to that back row, wide and narrow. So here we go, round 2. Going in 3 seconds. We're going to go to the side, I'm going to hinge down, and I'm going to row 1, open, row 2, closed, row. Keep looking down, resist the temptation to look up. You want a nice long line between the back of your neck, all the way down your spine. Row. Good, we've got about 15 seconds left. Final 10, row, row. Gonna try and fit one more round in. Last row, and down. Woo! Alrighty, let's do it. So, if you like one leg, I want a little extra, you can always increase your weight, or we can do 2 legs at a time. So, and also you can get rid of the weight completely and do this body weight. So out and in, and you can be double legs. I'm going to stick with 1 leg because I want to make sure I'm staying as stable as possible with, so arms are fairly straight here. So we're not going into a little tricep extension. We're going into a long reach of the arms. So think shoulders, that's it, out, in, inhaling out, exhaling back, almost there, last one, and rest. Wrapped up that circuit really quickly, didn't we? All right, one more, sorry, ignore me. It's lucky I've got the timer, otherwise I'd be completely lost. So, coming down to the mat, onto your belly. I want everyone at first to push your pelvic bone into the floor. That's going to support your back as you do this movement. You're going to raise the head, neck, shoulders off the mat, just so you've got a little bit of tension in that upper back. Lift the arm and leg, 1, lower, 1, lower. Using that press into the floor to control, or we're gonna do swap, like your swimmer. Keeping that lift, breathing, trying to stay as controlled as you can through that pelvis. Long legs, keep them straight, don't let the knees bend. Can't see the timer, so we're just going to go for it. Keep swimming, just keep swimming. Good, keep going, keep going, keep going. And lower down slowly. Push back into a little bit of a child's pose. Release through the back, take a couple breaths there. When you're done, just roll up through the spine, nice and safe. Right, we're going, got a little rest. 2 down, 2 to go. It's time to get these shoulders involved. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna go for my slightly lighter weights, because shoulders, not as strong as the back. Maybe yours are, mine definitely aren't. So this exercise, we're gonna be lifting our weights to the side, bring them forward, bring them down. Then we're going to reverse that motion. We're going to go up, out, down. So soft bend in the elbows the whole time. Then I'm going to come to the mat. We're going to have one weight on one side. We'll do a little lean back, press, switch, back to the shoulder, lean back, up, press and switch. And then we're going to do some shoulder taps. Okay, so go about 10 seconds. Now, if you have one weight, you do a front raise, holding those weights with both hands, or you give me a single single, single with your weights. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go to the side, lateral raise, down, front raise, out, down, up, out, down. So it's a little bit of a little combo complex situation. Up, out, down. It's like a T hold. Maybe you've ever had to hold that T shape for ages. Got about 10 seconds. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. One more. Woo! Down. Ooh. Alrighty, let's go down to the ground. Okay, so you can stick with this lighter weight, or you can grab your slightly heavier one for this if you like. I'm gonna start with on one shoulder. We press up. So you can see from the top, I'm pressing up, switch, down, a little lean back, just to add a little extra for the core. Okay, here we go. So press up, switch, lean back, come forward, switch. So we're adding a little bit of tension on that core, rolling through that pelvis, keeping the back nice and taut. Up, switch, lean. So this is really getting those lower abs engaged as you bring that dumbbell round and down. Up, press, switch, down, up, press, switch, down. I always have problems with rest. My clothes are always like rolling everywhere. They never stay where they want. So apologies for all the adjustments, but there will be many, and then they're gonna keep coming. So, as they immediately. So, gonna be in a plank position. We use to tap the shoulders, trying to stay as stable as possible through the hips. So, like with, here we go, let's go. Like with your push-ups, if you're rocking lows from side to side, I want you to make the feet wider if you're on your toes, or I want you to come down onto the knees. The aim here is just to keep the hips steady. This type of core move, you're trying not to rotate. It's called anti-rotational core, if anybody's interested. So we tap, 10 more seconds, tap, tap, tap. So a little extra core before you lift that arm up, tap. Keep the bum nice and low, and down. Okay, come off the wrists. We've got one more time through that circuit. So I'm gonna grab my dumbbells. I'm trying to remember which ones. Yeah, grab my lighter dumbbells. So we're gonna start forward, out and down this time, just to mix it up. 2, 1, here we go. Up, out, down. So shoulders is where you might want to close your eyes. Go to that happy place. Up, round, down. So you can see I'm not lifting particularly heavy. Shoulders, especially, like I was saying before, your arm out of the body like that is adding a considerable amount of load onto that shoulder. 5 more seconds, let's do one more. Up, round, down, maybe fit one in. Yes. All right, okay, so I'm gonna challenge myself and pick up my slightly heavier weight for these presses. I may live to regret it, but you know, we're here to challenge, So we've got about 5 seconds, and bring the timer a little bit closer. I have to turn my head. Going in 2, 1, let's do it. So we press up, switch, careful on that switch, lean back, come up, switch, back on the shoulder, back, up, switch. I'm rolling my pelvis backwards, and then I'm raising my core to bring me back up. Good, about 15 more seconds, looking forward. Try not to look from side to side again. Get that nice alignment going. Up, switch, back. This will be our last one. Up, switch, and dumbbell down. Made it through the whole circuit with that heavier weight. Manage it, we manage. Okay, we're going for 10 seconds. Going in 10 seconds. Checking your level, check your cores, nice and engaged. So waiting Wait a few seconds, give the wrists a bit of a break. 2, 1, and here we go. So tapping, I'd rather have slow and controlled taps than really quick, shifty ones. Tap, tap. So you can really feel the shoulders working here. Tap. And if your wrists aren't having it anymore, just come down and hold a forearm plank for me. Same, nice working through the shoulders. About 10 more seconds. Good, keep steady, final 5. Get really spicy with these bodyweight knees, I must say. And down. Good. Rest. 3 down, 2 to go. Okay, so going on to our bicep round. So I'm going to grab our heavy weights again. And I'll show you the moves. So we're going to clean the dumbbells up. So that means a little swing. And you're going to swing them up to the shoulders. Bring them down to 90. We're going to drop, drop, all the way back down. Whew. Already feeling spicy. I can feel my shoulders. This is why I like to add shoulders in a little early, because they do get tired really quickly. And then we're going to hold one dumbbell out in front of us. We're going to march, march, march. The further away, the more the biceps are engaging. Are we doing that? Yes. And then we're going to do a little mountain climber dumbbell situation on the floor. I'll explain when we get there, because we're going in 5 seconds. Do the timer again. 2, 1. So we're going to hold both dumbbells, little swing to get them up, resting on the shoulders. Then we're going to bring them down to 90. We're going to drop, up, drop, up. Then they're both going to come down. Then repeat. So swing, back at 90. I'm going to do my left hand now. So I'm going to try to alternate which arm I drop first. Not that it makes too much of a difference, so don't worry too much. Drop, drop. So feel that tension the whole time on those arms. Drop, woo, drop, and both down. Maybe we can fit one more in. Swing, swing, drop. Last one, I'm gonna fit it in. Drop, and down. I try to force myself, not that you have to finish off that rep I'm doing. Otherwise, I'll hear the 3, 2, 1, and I just end up stopping. I'm guilty. I'm gonna put that down for a second. So you're gonna hold it. So we'll hold with the palms up. So you really feel that tension on the shoulder, on the biceps. And we're gonna bring the knee up and down. So try not to rock from side to side. Relax the shoulders and the neck. Further away from the body, you hold the dumbbell, the harder it is. Try to keep the dumbbell where it is. Find a focal point, find your drishti. If there are any yogis among us. And slow the descent of that leg. Resist gravity. Woo! 10 more seconds. Almost there, almost there. 5 more. 2, last one. And down. Okay, we're gonna take one dumbbell with us. So not quite a full body weight situation here. We're gonna pull the dumbbell through, and then we're gonna do 4 mountain climbers. So into a plank or on your knees. We're gonna drag, drag, 4 climbers. And off we go. So take it through, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Drag. So you're taking it across rather than putting it across. Drag. And I want wrists under shoulders. Try not to lean too far back with the body. Drag. Drag. About 15 more seconds here. Drag. Drag. Got 5 seconds, see if I can fit one more in. Drag. Drag. 1, 2, 3, 4. And rest. Woo, let's do that from the top. Okay, one more round of this. Readjust your clothing if you need to. Give the arms a break. I'm gonna pick them up at the last minute here. And remember, you've got your options. You can drop down weight if you need to, and you can bicep curl with one weight as well, no problems. Here we go, we swing, clean, 90, drop, drop. Try to relax the shoulders down the back. 90. Drop, drop, and down. Last round for these moves. Woo, spicy, spicy, that time under tension. I thought of this on the way home today and I was like, oh, that's gonna be fun. It's fun, I find it fun. Down, let's get fit, one more round in. Up, woo, 3, 2, lower down. Oh my gosh, one dumbbell. Release the arms a second. So here, if you had a heavier weight, you could pick up one heavier weight for this one, for the marching exercises. Or you can take 2 dumbbells and hold them out if you like. Don't let me stop here. We're gonna hold it in front and we're gonna march. So here we go. Up and down. So knee comes up, slowly lower. Relax the shoulders. These marching exercises are so effective. They're so functional because it just helps you balance. Imagine you're actually holding something now and you're doing out and about. It just helps stabilize all those lovely stabilization muscles. That unilateral work, so one side and the other. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Spicy, oh my gosh. Okay, we can do it. Okay, 3 more seconds, 3 more seconds. Stay with me, stay with me. Keep the arms up, keep the arms up. And down. Ooh, okay, let's go to the mat. And then we've got lovely, lovely triceps to finish. So, one more of these. Drag, drag, 4 mountain climbers. Drag, drag, 4 mountain climbers. Okay, we're going in 3, 2, and off we go. So drag 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Drag 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I was just going to do this move as mountain climbers and I thought I really like this dragging exercise because I feel like you can really feel the muscles working as you pull that dumbbell round. Got about 10 seconds left. Keep those hips steady. Remember, you can always drop to your knees. 5 more seconds. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. 3, 2, and we are out. Rest. We made it to the last set. Okay, so we got our tricep extension in a bridge or your skull crusher, if that's what you want to call it. Then we're gonna I'm gonna hold your dumbbells nice and tight. Little squeeze press. We're squeezing, but we're gonna twist, squeeze and twist. Squeeze and twist, little Russian twist, squeeze. And then we're gonna in a commando or walking plank. So you're gonna down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. To finish, okay. So we've got about 30 seconds. Catch your breath, have a little breath, have a little breather. Come down to the mat. We're gonna do, I'm using my lighter dumbbells here, but you can use one heavy dumbbell. You can feel it out. Gonna come down to your bridge position, feet under hips. Let's bridge up, bring the arms up, and then we're gonna bend at the elbows and then extend them up. Gonna bend and extend. Keep an eye on the lower arm. You don't want it to move at all. You don't want the elbows to flare out. You don't want anything else happening apart from your bending and extending through those elbows. If you want more, you can bring your arms further back so that at an angle, so there's constant tension on those triceps. Keep the chin up to the sky, please. Try not to crunch through the neck, looking straight up and down. Lovely. Okay, we're going to keep these weights. I'm just going to come up to a seated position. So you can roll over to your side, whatever feels comfortable. And we're going to aim is to keep squeezing the dumbbells together the whole time. No problem if you've got one weight, you're just going to give me that little Russian twist through the spine. So you're going to hold those dumbbells and we're going to twist. So think of rotating the spine, twist and squeeze. Twist and squeeze. So I'm not moving my arms, they're following my body and they're following my spine. So I'm just thinking, I'm going to twist my spine. I'm going to twist my spine. So I'm not thinking, I'm going to bring my arms around. I'm just thinking rotation. Keep the hips going straight. Squeeze those dumbbells. My arms are shaking. Woo, it's a good sign. Squeeze and twist, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. 5 more seconds. Twist, twist, twist. And yes, dumbbells to the side. Okay, we've got our commandos next. Okay, and then one more round and then we get stretched and then we're done. So, got 10 seconds, going down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. You can always elevate the hands as well, and we are off. So down, down, up, up, and you want to replace your elbow where your hand was, rather than bringing the hands further forwards. You want to keep them under the shoulders. It's really easy to all of a sudden end up in this position where your arms are really far ahead, where your arms are like an angle forwards, but you're really trying just to keep that body nice and still as well. 10 seconds, I'm speeding up. Burning it out, burn it out. Woo! Keep the hips level. Minor bit wobbling. I'm going to slow down a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Woo! Okay, let's go down. Let's do those triceps. I'm going to try to go a bit heavier. Oh my gosh. Will I regret it? We'll find out. Okay, why not? Why not? It's the last round. We've got 5 seconds. Arms up. Get into your bridge. And here we go. We're going to go back and up. Triceps. So I'm inhaling as I go down, and I'm exhaling to push up. Inhaling as I go down, exhaling to push up. Good. Keep going. I might go to single now. Keep going, Daniela. Keep going. Push, 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 push. A couple more. You can always bring the dumbbells together if you find it easier to control the weight that way. I have squeezing mine together a little bit and down. Oh, the triceps are one of the ones that they immediately are like, what are you doing to me? Okay, I'm going to grab my lighter weights for this one. So I'm going to get that nice rotation. I'm going to keep that press on the go. Okay, so setting up, just slight tension on that core, so slight leaning back as we twist through, twist. And I'm keeping my feet down because I want to make sure my hips stay facing forwards. By all means, if you've got the stability to raise your legs and twist without the hips moving. Telltale sign if the hips are moving are the knees moving. Twist, up and twist, keep pressing. Keep those shoulders relaxed. 10 more seconds here. Almost there. Final 5, twist and press, twist and press, twist and press. 2, 1. Oh, dumbbells to the side. Last move, we've got those commandos. So resting a second, and we're going to stretch it out, then we are done. Ooh, okay, so going in 5, remembering we want that nice alignment, wrists on the shoulders, elbows on the shoulders, and off we go. Down, up, down, up. And I think the last hand that hits the mat, put that down first, and that will help you alternate the leading hand each time. That's a nice little way to remember. Down, up, up, looking down, straight down. About 15 seconds left. Breathing. Almost there, final 10. 5 seconds. Don't stop. We're doing it together. 3, 2, up, up, rest. And bring the knees nice and wide. And I'll come into a lovely child's pose. Stretch the hands forward and breathe there. Just take a few breaths into the ribs. Made it through that workout. That was awesome. Taking a few deep breaths. I'm just going to come up onto all fours. Knees under hips, wrists on the shoulders. Just going to bring the fingertips to face the body. I'm just going to do little circles around, just to stretch through the wrists. You can let everything relax for now. Don't worry too much about engaging everywhere. We've made it to the cool down, people. Made it to the cool down. Okay, and we're going to turn the hands back round. I'm going to start from the base of the spine, and then we're going to ripple. So from here, I do want you to find some lift now. Lift away with the shoulders, the core, nice pelvis, neutral, core nice and tight. You're going to roll through the base of the spine, hips are going to forwards, and then you're going to come into your cat, and then you're going to reverse and find a little bit of an extension. So not looking all the way up, just a little bit of a back bend like we did in those swimmers. And again, coming through to your cat pose, and then exhale to come into little cow, little baby cow. One more like that. And we're just going to thread the needle. So we're going to take the right hand, we're going to put it underneath. Think of rotating the spine first. Think underneath that left arm, let the left arm bend. And you can place the right arm on the floor. Left arm can go straight, right cheek is to the floor. And just rest there, so you get a little stretch in the shoulder and the back. And then bring that left palm to the floor. Push yourself back up to your starting position. We'll do the other side. So think of rotating the head, spine like we did in those twists, and the arm just follows under. The right hand can go out long. Take a few breaths here. Oh, that feels nice. Should feel nice, especially if you're at a desk all day, or like really tight shoulders. It's a really nice one. Take that right hand, come back up. We're just gonna come up through the spine. We're gonna interlace the hands behind the back. Pull shoulder blades together, then pull them away from the body. Stay up nice and tall with the chest. Take a few breaths here. You can roll the neck one direction, roll the neck in the other direction. And you're going to release. We'll take the hands on either side. And we're just going to come into a cross-legged position. So any seated position that feels nice. Do a little side stretch like we did in the beginning, but we're going to do it seated. So sitting up nice and tall, we're just going to take one arm up, palm will face in, and then think the head rotates, neck rotates, other hand will slide along, and try not to rotate the body down. We just want to go straight to the side, so you're still facing me. And then space between the ear and the shoulder. So think of sliding that shoulder blade down. Take a few breaths here. Anchor through the other, anchor through your hip bones. Come up, we'll do the other side. So think arm nice and tall. Then think up and over, reach, reach, reach. Let the other arm slide away just to give you some space. Take a breath here. Then come up, we'll get the triceps. So take the, I'm doing my right hand. We'll take the hand to the opposite shoulder blade, and then there's take the other hand, think back. So again, try not to crunch, so try to stay up nice and tall. Just get that shoulder, get that tricep, and then we'll switch sides. So we think up and over, take the other hand, pulling it back, so you get a bit more of a stretch in that tricep. Take a few breaths, find a little sway if you like, and then we're going to release the hands, we're going to bring them out in front, we're just going to pull away from the body. Think of that cat pose we did. So thinking of sending the hips forwards and the shoulders away. And then bring the arms up one more time, up and round, do a few rolls of the shoulders, one direction, and then forwards in the other, or whichever direction, the opposite. And then that's it. That there is your, I'm like, what did we just do? Upper body core strength workout using some dumbbells and a little bit of our body weight. Absolutely smashed it.